swearing-in ceremony was held at the Presidential Secretariat in the old Parliament building. Mrs. Chandrika Bandaranayake Kumaratunga received 62.2% of the total valid votes cast at the presidential election. She defeated the main opposition contender by a majority of nearly 2 million votes, having polled over 4.7 million votes at the election.
Of expectancy everywhere. People waiting to see, the first glimpse.
இந்த அழகிய காலிமுகத்திடலின் சுற்றுவட்டத்திலே இப்பொழுது தெரிவு செய்யப்பட்ட ஜனாதிபதியின் கார்கள்.
The newly elected president was accompanied to the swearing-in ceremony by her daughter and son. On arrival at the Presidential Secretariat, she was received by the Minister of Home Affairs, Provincial Councils and Cooperatives, Amarasiri Dodangoda, and the Secretary to the President, KHJ Vijayadasa.
இப்பொழுது ஜனாதிபதி செயலகம் ஒழுங்கு செய்து
මේ ඓතිහාසික අවස්ථාව මෙරට දේශපාලන ඉතිහාසයේ කීර්තිමත් වාර්තා ගණනාවක්ම එක්කිරීමට සමත් වූ අවස්ථාව.
இந்த காலிமுகத்திடல் அமைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கும் இந்த ஜனாதிபதி செயலகம் பாராளுமன்றத்தின் பழைய அலுவலகமாக இருந்துள்ளது. இது ஏப்ரல் மாதம் வரை, அதாவது
ගරු
This is the big moment.
தெரிவு செய்யப்பட்ட ஜனாதிபதி அதிமேதகு சந்திரிகா பண்டாரநாயக்க குமாரதுங்க அவர்கள் இப்பொழுது சபா மண்டபத்தில் வந்துவிட்டார்.
The Secretary to the President read out the proclamations, citing the relevant sections of the Constitution in all three languages, Sinhala, Tamil and English.
Standing until the administration of the two oaths as set out in the 4th and 7th schedules to the Constitutions is concluded.
Thereafter, Mrs. Chandrika Bandaranayake Kumaratunga took her oath of office in the three languages in the presence of Chief Justice G.P.S. De Silva. Cabinet ministers, members of the diplomatic corps, police and service chiefs were present.
That I will uphold and defend the Constitution of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, and that I will not direct...
Addressing the nation, the President paid homage to the people who gave her a massive mandate at the presidential poll. She recalled with gratitude the part played by her parents in teaching her that dedication and honesty mattered most. She said that her victory was not a victory of an individual or a party, but was a result of the unshakable determination on the part of the people. She also referred to her government's priorities.
Government is to ensure that our economy is truly free and competitive, that there is honesty and transparency in all transactions. Clear development perspectives would ensure expanded and vigorous growth of national production, and thereby the generation of new employment and income opportunities for our youth. Foreign investment will be encouraged and protected. We would also ensure that the benefits of this development will reach the poorer segments of our population through equitable and efficient distribution of income transfers and increased employment. Our people have acted with extreme restraint, intelligence and political acumen in the face of strong efforts to push them into the abyss of dark, dangerous and vile attitudes of racial and religious bigotry and hatred. They have convincingly proved to the world that all the might of the bullet can be defeated by the ballot. The verdict of our people in the recent elections leaves me in no doubt of the depth and intensity of their desire and commitment to peace. This must be, however, peace with honor for both parties to the conflict, for it to be strong and durable. My government and I will continue our quest for peace, recognizing that the path is a difficult and tortuous one. We will ensure that our approach to peace will fully address the necessity to safeguard and strengthen the rights of the Sinhala people, while recognizing dignity, self-respect, and equality of treatment for all communities. This will form the essential basis of a negotiated solution to the ethnic problem. Convinced as we are of the gravely harmful effects of the executive presidential system of government on the vigor and vitality of the democratic way of life of our people, we have solemnly pledged to eradicate this blemish from the constitution of our country.
The new president was accorded a guard of honor and was given a 21-gun salute. The induction ceremony was a simple affair. Large crowds were gathered opposite the presidential secretariat, unmindful of the rain, to witness history in the making.